this is the focus of my research. And looking into how their perceptions, or how, I guess their perceptions about how they are perceived by others leads them to losing their language or not passing it on to their children because, you know, of something like Dora illustrated earlier, because they're considered uneducated or poor, or all these other, you know, issues that I really don't want to mention. And well, I guess that is the focus of my research now, but I am interested in general about trying to stop these negative perceptions that we have about how others speak. And well, that's what interested me in collaborating with this conference.
Hi. Is it working? So my name is Afaf, and you probably heard me talking about my experience in teaching Arabic. And I'm from Iraq. Probably haven't heard of that country yet, huh? Haven't made the news yet. But I'm also a doctoral program in applied linguistics. And of course, all these issues of immigration and profiling is close to my heart, being, you know, in a country that always has all these political problems. But my research actually is within heritage speakers, and I look into the process of cognitive and language developments for heritage speakers, but more profoundly in how they negotiate these two cultures that they bring, and how they emerge as a citizen of one culture, one citizen in a nation, but they actually, on a continuously daily basis, they're negotiating, you know, two languages and two cultures within their daily life. So this comes right in my alley, where you know, language and identity and language processing and cognitive, you know, it's all related to our topic. So actually, we would like to start our panel by emphasizing that although this came as a response, this wonderful gathering came as a response to a negative statement, maybe, or intention from the Department of Education in Arizona, but this is not the case in us as a nation. I mean, just to see this wonderful and how many gathering and how many languages in here, it's a good response to that. And I would like, actually, that kind of brought us to the development of how this nation kind of started, and brought to our memory is a statement said by by Roosevelt, when he said, "We have one language here, and that is the English language, and we intend to see that a crucible, assimilation, turns our people out as Americans." So looking into that statement from that history to where we are right now, we see a huge development. And we would like to argue or think that that statement probably was politically motivated. Maybe a country was facing, you know, some problems, or looking into the unity of different immigrants. And we're questioning maybe this, what's happening in Arizona, could be also politically or economically motivated, as we saw John talk about housing, and could be economically motivated as we have this, you know, economical crisis. Because coming from the Arabic language, I don't think that's the case in all the languages. You know, Stephanie, actually Ali reminded us that although the statement was meant to be to all language, but most of the talking was about the Spanish language. And I'm coming from the Arabic language. I don't see that the case of the Arabic, what's happening in the Arabic language is completely the opposite. Since the 9/11, there was so many interest in the Arabic language that now we have enough proficiency in the language of non-speakers. And we see, actually in here in UCLA, we have wonderful, you know, speakers who got to the superior level. And we see that they feel the comfortable right to speak in what's the difference between standard Arabic and the dialects, and which should be take more status, because, you know, as you know, the Arabic language has the diglossia problem. So, I mean, it's interesting to see, to be in this situation that I am going in a conference, we're talking about which dialect should be taught here, and then we're coming here and we'll see, they're talking about the accent, or the teachers with accent should be not teaching in ESL. So it's quite an irony, because we're coming to this beautiful nation that values individualism, and we're looking into our teachers who come from different backgrounds, and it's wonderful for the student to see that my teacher has this accent who started from a different nation. I can be there too. And just looking to our governor, which we invited but couldn't make it with his accent, to quite an answer to Arizona Department of Education. So we would like to see that the issue that Stephanie actually brought, it's not really about the issue about an accent, it's the issue about intelligibility. I mean, what are we actually talking? What are they actually talking about here? Is it, as we saw in the response, is it accent, or is it heavy accent, or is it proficiency? And we would like to actually focus here in our panel on the proficiency more than an accent, because we agree all that we all have an accent, and I hope you guys understand what I'm saying with my accent. So I'll leave to my fellow here to talk about the diversity in classrooms and the issues of intelligibility in classrooms.
So I guess one theme that we saw throughout a lot of the speakers' talks, Adrienne Lowe mentioned this, Stephanie Lindemann has talked about this, a number of the different talks, is that accent is not simply something that a speaker holds, but that it's an interaction between your speaker and the perceiver. And that really when we're talking about accent, that we're looking at a broader context of interaction, and that perceivers are coming in with certain notions, certain expectations, certain schema, and that the speaker in turn has the same. So Valeria is going to talk a little bit more about that.